Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to another video. If this is your first time seeing me or my smile, then welcome, take a seat and get comfortable because today we talking about the things. Now, the usual routine is, we talk about the fact that this is the video for the next week, but we got to go back and share some progress on last week's theme. However, we're still gonna do that. However, I just want to make sure y'all understand, like, it's week 4. We've reached the last week of February. This is the last part of our In Your Truth challenge. I know. Before we get emotional though, let's go ahead and give attention to last week's progress before we jump into this final theme. Going back so that we can talk about last week's theme and progress real quick. Last week's theme was standing in your freedom, and that was based off of the practice of not falling victim to, these tests, these obstacles, these hurdles, these curveballs that are gonna get thrown our way when we are in pursuit of greatness. I know y'all remember me talking about tests, We talked about how these tests are gonna come for you, and they gonna really come for you, and no matter how you handle, we're not going to we're not gonna break. We might fold a little bit, bend a little bit, we're not going to break, right? That was last week's theme. So your girl was handed one of the biggest tests of character. And I flopped. I flopped like a fish out of water. I flopped. Now, while I don't believe the details of this incident are that important, they're not as important as the lesson that I walked away from. In the name of, transparency and relevancy, I'm gonna share a few of those details with y'all just to give you an idea of the sort of test that I was put through last week. The city that I'm in, we got hit by a really big snowstorm. So I went out and spent the entire day shopping for groceries and running errands, taking care of things that I wouldn't be able to take care of or go shopping for if we happen to get snowed in for the week. I spent all day running these errands, and I finally get home. Okay, I finally get home. It is maybe 7 or 8 p.m. All that's on my mind, I have 50 bags in the car. Okay, 50 of them things in the car. The only thing on my mind is parking and getting them upstairs. So I pull up into my neighborhood. I just choose a parking spot, I pull up, get in my parking spot, and I'm making my way to the trunk to get the groceries. I approach my trunk. As soon as I get close to my trunk, I notice that somebody's talking to me, okay? Me being me, I'm minding my business. The only thing on my mind is my groceries and how tired I am. I just want to get in the house. A neighbor is talking to me, and I don't know what she's saying at first because I'm not really paying attention. I know that someone's talking to me, but like I said, the only thing on my mind is my groceries. And so I'm like, excuse me? This lady goes, why would you park in my spot that I worked so hard to clean out? Talking about the parking spot that I'm in. Again, the only thing on my mind is parking and getting in the house. I'm not thinking like, I just parked the damn car. She's like, I said, why did you da-da-da? Y'all, instead of stopping myself and remembering, 1, who I am, 2, what I believe in, 3, what I practice, the only thing I acknowledged was the amount of disrespect that was being thrown my way. That's it. And from there, I went off. Now, I am not proud of how I handled that situation. I'm not proud of it at all. I'm yelling at this lady. I'm going in on this lady. She's going in on me. We are, mind you, I'm still getting my groceries and I'm still taking them up the stairs. I'm talking my stuff. As I'm taking my groceries up the stairs, I'm coming back down, I'm talking more stuff. She's talking her stuff. It was just really ugly. It was really childish. And I'm not proud of it. I'm not proud of it at all. And the worst part is, y'all, we bumped into each other. Me going out and her coming into the building. We saw each other coming and going and decided, yeah. And we bumped each other. Oh my God. I'm laughing now because I'm seeing who I was being in that situation. And I'm like, pew, girl, what is that? What are you doing? But I'm not proud of it. It wasn't cute. After the situation, I came upstairs, I'm talking to my boyfriend. I'm like, yeah, the neighbor tried it, and da-da-da-da-da. His first question was like, why did you get so mad? Like, why did you let somebody get to you like that? And that just brought me right back to reality, and I was like, he's right. Thanks to him, I was able to acknowledge, like, I was being tested, and I failed. I had to take a step back. It was all a response from my ego. I was being extremely egotistical. I was being extremely prideful. If I had just taken the time to remember who I was, y'all, I probably would have like said some goofy stuff and carried on. Probably would have cracked up if I really thought about what was happening and why she was upset and why she decided to project whatever she was feeling on me. I probably would have cracked up. But I didn't. I decided to go in, defend myself. Whatever excuse I'd given myself in the moment to act up, I gave myself that excuse and I acted a fool and I failed that test. You may be wondering, like, what were you being tested on? What kind of test was that? I was asking myself that question too. From week 1 self-awareness, I only shared the 3 most significant struggles for me. I didn't share my entire list of acknowledgments on who I am. I didn't only have on that list, negative things. I didn't only have struggles on that list. I also had pros. I acknowledged the more beautiful side of who I am and who I can be. And one of the things at the very top was I am someone who, no matter what, I want to stay in love. I want to stay and always respond from a place of love. That's who I am. And I feel that if I was being tested on anything, it was that claim. I was being tested on my ability to stay in a place of love regardless of the external factors. I didn't stay in love in that moment. I chose to stoop. I chose to react. And I chose to act a fool. That was what last week's theme was for me of standing in my truth. The test was thrown, the hurdle, the curveball was thrown, and I didn't dodge it, I didn't pass it. And it led me straight into the final week's theme, the final key to freeing yourself completely and totally and standing in your truth wholeheartedly. Week 4's theme is patience and forgiveness. That's exactly what it was that I had to practice with myself in order to continue on this journey of freeing myself and standing in my truth. So when I came into the house after the incident, I'm fuming, I'm hot, I'm talking to my boyfriend, and he's like, you need to calm down, you need to, you need to relax, you need to remember, who you are, think about why you let that situation do to you what it did to you. And come back from that. I felt stuck. I got to a point where I was almost like, maybe I'm not of love. Maybe I am this reactive person and I really got some more healing to do, which, is facts. I do have more healing to do. But all of that to say that I almost let a slip up, and the fact that I didn't pass that test, I almost let that occurrence negate every other drop of progress that I have ever made, not just in this challenge, but in growth throughout my young life, period, and caused me to not continue to pursue what it is that I've set out to pursue, and caused me to think poorly of myself all the way around, like in general, instead of just in that moment, You know what I'm saying? So patience and forgiveness. I sat in a meditation. Shout out to Ariana Elizabeth. She is an African-American female yoga instructor on YouTube. Amazing. Ever since day 1 of me deciding that I wanted to do yoga, she's been the person that I've watched and listened to and turned to. So Ariana Elizabeth, I will put her information in the description box below. Check her out if you're interested in that sort of exercise. And it was a 50-50 session, yoga and meditation. I did that with Ariana Elizabeth. She always ends with, you have a purpose here and you have a goal, you're wanted here. She said, you were prayed for, or you are prayed for. And that, the tears started falling. I heard that and I thought to myself, mind you, I'm still spending time in this, I need to return to who I am, who I know I am. I'm stuck in this, I just failed a test. I'm stuck in that, right? So I'm spending time in that, and I hear her say, you were or you are prayed for. And I started crying because I was instantly taken back to the times before I grew to who I am today. The times that I really did sit and pray about being the woman that I am today. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. You were prayed for. I was about to let that one moment of ugly, where I spent time in a low vibrational interaction with somebody else, I was about to let that cancel out all the growth and all of the progress, all of the beautiful things that I have learned and I have been practicing and that I have become. I was about to cancel all of that because of that one moment. I had to take time with myself. I had to practice patience for myself And then I had to get to a place where I forgave myself. I forgive myself. I forgive, the neighbor. I forgive all the external, forgiveness. You just gotta practice forgiveness. I had to practice forgiveness. That's how I ended up with patience and forgiveness being week 4, the final theme for our In Your Truth challenge. I'm gonna continue this journey. I'm gonna continue to let divine timing take care of me. I'm gonna continue to grow. I'm gonna continue to write down the things. I started reading All About Love again. And reading it the first time, I had a whole different mindset. I was open to love, but I was reading this for a different reason, so to speak. Picking it up now and reading it with the mindset and the eyes and the heart that I have now, this book is hitting so different. It's hitting just as beautiful as it hit the first time, but it's talking to me in a different language. Y'all, all of this to say, though we are in week 4, and this is technically the end of our In Your Truth challenge, it's not the end of your practice of freeing yourself. It's not the end of that. Don't treat it like that. You continue to tag me in the things, continue to share your progress and your stories with me. I'm still on Instagram, the DMs. You're still welcomed into the DMs. I still want to hear about that. I still will be sharing, we'll still have these sit down and talks about being in your truth. Trust and believe that. But in week 4 of our In Your Truth challenge, I want you guys to practice patience for yourself. There are going to be more hurdles. There are going to be more obstacles, more tests, and you may not come out clean in every single one of them. If you do, more power to you. That is beautiful. That's not the case for everybody. It wasn't the case for me, and I'm the one who presented this challenge, So all of that to say, practice patience for yourself. Remember that you have a goal in mind, and just because you slip up a little bit doesn't mean that that goal is shattered and it's completely out of reach. It just means you have more work to do, and you need to take it easy. Take it easy with yourself. Be gentle with yourself, but be real with yourself. Be honest about who you want to be honest about who it is that you are right now, and keep working towards that goal. It's a beautiful goal. Keep working towards it. Practice forgiveness. When you have patience and you have forgiveness for yourself, it's easier to remain in that for other people. Keep that in mind. I know this and I claim to practice this, but when the test was put in front of me, when the time to really be about that was put in front of me, I didn't show up as such, but I'm not gonna stop. Part of me is kind of hoping, and let me know if this is toxic, but part of me is kind of hoping, I hope, that my neighbor is still on that, so that I can be like, no girl, I love you, and I'm not gonna take part in this low vibrational situation with you, because I got love for myself, and I'm able to love you in that way, just so I could flex on my growth. Just so I could flex and be like, yeah, I bet you thought. No, I love you and I love myself, and I'm not gonna take part in this. You be great, you be blessed. Be blessed, sis. Guys, it is the last week of our challenge, and I just want to thank everyone. I want to express gratitude for everyone that took part, everyone that shared the challenge with their circle, the people that they care about and want to see be free and great. Thank you so much for showing up and spending time here, liking and subscribing and commenting and following me on Instagram and sharing your progress in that way. Thank you. This helped me. If it didn't help anyone else, if it doesn't reach anybody else, it definitely helped me. And I'm going to continue posting my videos. I'm going to reach who I reach when I reach them. Divine timing. Thank you. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this video, share this challenge. Continue to share your happenings with me and your progress and your stories. Accountability. That's all I have for you guys. I love y'all. I hope that you continue to be great out here. I'll see you guys next week. Mwah.